Good morning, everyone. It's Will Taylor with Strings Attached. This coming Sunday, I'm going to be doing a live show with John Pointer at Still Waters Retreat, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous location. You can get information at stringsinthewoods.com. But today, I am making a green drink. And I've been making green drinks for a long time, but I want to share with you a new recipe that I'm trying out with some new things like lemon peel. And I want to share with you why am I doing a green drink at 10 in the morning when normally I don't eat my first meal till about 12 or 1. Well, you know, it's necessary to flow with our environment, I believe, to change depending on what's going on in our life. If there's more stress, so I've been doing this intermittent fasting thing where you don't eat for like 16 hours. Almost every day I've been doing it. But I hear that that can also raise your cortisol a little bit. So if we're already having a little bit more stress in our lives, don't want to add more cortisol. So I've decided to cut back, and I'm just going to do the intermittent fasting every other day and see how that affects my mood. So what I'm doing in the morning, instead of having a big breakfast that has a lot of carbs in it, I'm just having a really rich, healthy green drink with all the nutrients that my body needs: protein, some calories, a little bit of sugar from an apple. And so this morning and tomorrow morning, well, actually it's this morning and then Friday, I'll be doing this green drink. And I thought I'd try a new recipe. Also, I've got my green tea, which is great for antioxidants, right? All kinds of good stuff in green tea. So actually, fasting doesn't make your body go off. No, it doesn't, because our bodies have been programmed by evolution, and most of the time we didn't have refrigerators and stoves and things available and food available. So our bodies are actually used to not having food for long periods of time. That's actually more of a natural state than what we do now, having food available all the time and snacking and stuff. Also, it does our body a lot of good when we don't release insulin multiple times a day. So if we cut down to having maybe 2 or 3 meals and not having any snacks, we don't release as much insulin, we don't go into fat storage mode, we don't create all these inflammation issues that releasing insulin all the time causes. So that's something you can go research and see that all the scientists agree on that. So there's a lot of new research, including research on a thing called autophagy, which a Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded to the scientists that did research on autophagy. You can look that up, autophagy, autophagy. So this green drink, I'm just going to go through and make it right here, and if you have any questions, I can see your comments. So I start with a little bit of ice, and I always put the hardest ingredients in first, so they get on the blades ground up first. Then I have some actual turmeric root. Yum. Turmeric, great for anti-inflammation. Research shows that. A little bit of ginger. You can use powdered if you like. And then I'm going to put some lemon peel in there for flavor. And put a little lemon juice in there. So I got a little lemon peel. And see, I'm doing the grandma method. If I just kind of throw stuff in and guesstimate it. So, and I made sure that I'm using, of course, organic. Another thing I learned today is the redder that your onion is, I'm not putting onion in there, but I've got a red onion. The redder your onion is, the more resveratrol or more antioxidants are in the onion. So onions are great. And also, a rule of thumb is the more bitter, the better it is. Any more questions? All right. So that lemon peel is going to add some nice flavor to it. I'm also going to add brain berries, which are also called blueberries. Lots of antioxidants in there. It's a superfood. That's a handful. And then chia. I don't use flax anymore because flax is known to be estrogenic. What that means is that it causes the body to produce more estrogen. And as a guy in his middle age, I do not want to ask my body to produce more estrogen. Lots of problems with that. So we got chia. I put about 2 tablespoons in there. Now we get to the good stuff. Now you can skip this step, but I put a little head or 2 of broccoli in there. Cruciferous is so good. Protein content here is amazing. Anti-cancer, it's just unbelievable. So I'm going to put one of these in. I'm going to wash it off. Of course, it's organic again. And I should have actually put this in first because this is really hard on the blades. I'm going to break it up a little bit. My breakfast. And then we're going to put a little bit of kale in there. About this much. There we go. Sometimes I put a teeny bit of garlic, but I'm not going to do it this time because I want to taste the flavor. Then, without the garlic, beet. Yes. And we love beets because we know that beets, athletes take these because it helps with the dilation of the blood vessels. We want blood vessels to open wider and close so that more nutrients can go through them. As we age, our arteries get stiffer, but if we can do things like beet, and we can sprint, and we can exercise, that helps release the nitric oxide. So it's been shown that beets help the body with the nitric oxide. So the more nitric oxide in there, the more blood vessels open and close. And so there. But another thing is that when you exercise, your body releases nitric oxide anyway too. So all this stuff is just helping the body do what it already does well. What else we got? I think that's everything. Now we put the magical ingredient of H2O. Got my green tea, and it's so good. Yes, it is. When I was seeing a acupuncturist about 15 years ago, he was trying to get me to switch from coffee to green tea, and I did. Haven't had a full cup of coffee, real coffee, in about 3.5 years. All right. So Denise, when you're having those symptoms, being dizzy and headaches, that's just those are things that initially, yes, when you try to fast, you're going to have those symptoms because the body can be in essence addicted to food. The brain wants the food; it wants the pleasure of the food. But if you kind of do 3 or 4 days in a row, you'll see that that'll subside, unless you have some kind of condition, diabetes. I'm not a doctor; I'm not diagnosing, but that's what I have found. I'll say I have found that if I just relax into it, maybe again have some green tea. You can always have green tea on a fast. Have water. Start slower. Instead of doing 16 hours of no eating, try with 12 hours, or try with 10 hours. Do 10 hours for a week, then the next week do 12 hours no eating, 14, etc. Let your body have a chance to gradually work up to it. Okay. CJ says, why not add your green tea as the water? Yeah, that's a good idea. But you know why? Because I enjoy the pleasure of drinking the green tea. Hot and simple like this. And if I'm fasting, then it's okay to drink green tea because green tea is not going to cause what? An insulin response, because there's no glucose in this. So as long as you're not putting glucose in the body, you're not causing a what? I'll do both, yeah. An insulin response. Now, insulin isn't bad in itself, but releasing it multiple times during the day causes what? Insulin resistance. So we want the body to be in that. And CJ knows all about this stuff. She's an expert. Okay, do both. So put a little bit in here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that. Let's put half in here. Get some more. Now to get some on my Berkey's. Broken because raccoons came in and destroyed my Berkey filter. I should say our Berkey filter, caramel and I. Okay, I'm getting water now, so don't go away. Now, I don't like my drink to be really sludgy, so I might add more water, but I'm going to start with about half of this, plus that green tea. And I'm so excited! I'd be more excited if the filter wasn't broken. Okay, so close your ears. I'm gonna do this. Got the green tea. Let's review. I got the lemon. I got the kale. I got a broccoli head in there. I got beet powder. Got turmeric root. Got ginger root. I got chia. I got ice. Is that everything, CJ? Should I put anything else in there? Heating up some more water. And I'm just going to go ahead and start this thing. Here we go. Hold your ears. Really grind it up good. Putting things away while it's grinding. Sounds good to me. And then I like these mason jars to store them and drink. Let's see what the consistency is. Looks good. Oh yeah, that is yummy. Let's have breakfast, shall we? So good. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll have this. I'm gonna drink this whole thing, so it's not fitting into one jar. So I'm gonna do this glass first. This is a glass. And then I'm gonna put this mason jar in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna drink this gradually over the next 30 minutes. And that is my breakfast. When I'm not fasting in the morning, so every other day, that's the goal at least, is to have this as my caloric input. As you can see, I've had no food and I have plenty of energy this morning. Have had no coffee, just the green tea. And you can try this too. Give it a try. Oh, pinch of sea salt. That's a great idea. Sea salt, electrolytes, you love that. And you know what I forgot? I was supposed to put black pepper in there too. So, but I love it. Thank you, CJ. Let's see, I put a little sea salt in this one right here. I use the Himalayan. And next time, I'll put the black pepper in. Thanks, guys. Hope to see those of you that are watching this Sunday, 6 o'clock, when I'm going to play with John Pointer at Still Waters Retreat Center. Only 50 folks available, or 50 seats available on that show. We hope to come see us. Haven't played with John Pointer in probably 5 years. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets at stringsinthewoods.com, or you can text me directly at 512-589-8749 if you want to volunteer and get in free so you can afford that. I need a few volunteers. Starting at about 5 o'clock. It'll go to about 8:30. Need volunteers this Sunday. Stillwater Retreat Center, Still Waters Retreat Center. You can Google that if you're interested in learning all about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of land in South Austin. And if you know anybody that would like to come or volunteer to see the show, John Pointer and Will Taylor, Strings in the Woods, this Sunday, October 10th. Pass the word and share this video and preach the word of plants. Mostly plants, as Michael Pollan says. Whoop, we gotta stir this up. Thank you guys. Any questions? Raccoons are beautiful animals, also a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Bon appetit. So good. See everybody soon. And up next, I'll be improvising on the piano, so don't go